PTE listening all time stuck in 60s, sometimes in 70s, but I'm not able to cross that 65. I'm not able to cross that 79. Do you have some magic techniques? If I just apply them, I should be able to understand where I was going wrong all these days so that I can fix them in the very next attempt. Well, if you belong to such a category, then trust me, today's video is that video. Gives you complete idea, clarity on how to improve the listening marks like this. All you got to do is make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome, packed video on PTE listening, 10 magic tricks. You just apply them. The scores where your ears stuck. The scores from 60, 65 or 72, 73, whatever it is, you should be able to cross that 79. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can check the information given in the description of this video. We have left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link and text us in the WhatsApp. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. Let me just share my screen. 60 to 90 PTE listening 10 magic tricks. Let's start with the trick number 1. The idea is very simple. Repeat sentence is one of those modules that contribute 30 plus marks towards your speaking, definitely yes, and also towards your listening. So in repeat sentence, what matters? People tend to believe that it is content. You may be giving everything correctly, every content, every word you're speaking, but what if software, our software baba, is not able to understand it? Give it a thought. You are putting that effort rightly. You've been speaking everything correctly, but our software baba is not understanding it. Then how the marks will come? Think about it. So here it is the fluency. It is the fluency that enables our software baba to understand your way of speech. It is not just the content. In Pearson, in their score guide says 50% of the content is more than enough. You end up getting 2 out of 3 for content, and content being just 3 mark, not 5 mark. But fluency is 5, pronunciation is 5. These two are interdependent. If you're fluent, automatically software understands you. As a result, your pronunciation goes up. Content is not a huge priority. I'm not motivating people to only speak half. No, not at all. If you can speak full, well and good, please do. But if you're not able to, then also it's fine. Focus more on the fluency to get that good score in your listening from repeat sentence. Work on the fluency, and try focusing less on the content. It's interdependent. You focus more on the fluency, automatically you tend to focus less on the content. Try it. I'm telling you, try it. You focus more on the content, automatically there is no space left in your Albert Einstein's brain. So automatically you tend to focus less on the fluency. People usually do the other way. Because psychologically we think, I give every word correct, I get marks. No. You give every word correct with full pauses, 0. You don't give everything correct. At least 50-60%. For example, 10 words are there. You speak 6 words correctly, but you speak those 6 words perfectly, clearly, with a crisp clarity, without giving much of the pauses. Speak like the speaker does, you get the marks. For this, you need to inculcate this thought in your mind. Let me focus less on the content. Only because you get a lot of this to focus on the fluency. This is the trick. If the question is, the pitter-patter of raindrops mean the onset of migratory birds. Now, there are people who can speak full. The pitter-patter of raindrops mean the onset of my migratory birds, and they think they get the complete score. No, it's 0. 3 marks this person would have lost to speaking, and 3 marks this person would have lost to listening, because the person is giving a lot of pauses. How did the speaker speak? Did. The pitter-patter of raindrops mean the onset of migratory birds. After raindrops, there was a pause. After mean, there was a pause. That's it. You either speak the pitter-patter of raindrops mean the onset of migratory birds will work, or the pitter-patter of raindrops mean the onset of migratory birds. This also is fine. Or focus less on the content. The pitter-patter of raindrops, birds. Will I get marks? Mostly you will get the scores. Or raindrops mean the onset of migratory birds. Will I get marks? Yes. Raindrops means migratory birds are on the way. Will I get marks? Mostly yes. You can add few words, you can subtract or delete few words, you can misinterpret few words. Whatever you speak, if 50% above is matching in any order, don't worry, but know that you cannot speak in the reverse order. It requires tremendous intelligence. Just speak from the beginning, first two words. If you're not confident, start from the third word. Should not be a big issue, but what you need to focus more on is fluency. The pitter patter of raindrops mean birds. It need not be logically so correct. All I want is some words to be matched, but your fluency should be precise. Work towards it. This is the magic trick. Number one, work on the fluency so that this is not left. This space is not left to focus on the content, which is a very good thing. Hope you're getting it. Magic trick number two, listening, fill in the blanks. This is one of those modules that actually decide your listening and writing scores. See, essay, you make some mistakes. Out of, let's say, 15, you at least end up getting 10, man. You don't get 0. Here, 15 marks are there, let's say. You made a lot of mistakes. There is a possibility you end up getting 0. That is what listening, fill in the blanks is. Here, what matters is spelling. You need to write the correct word. But, what if I tell you, you can also use the grammar when required. There are so many words. Using grammar, you can actually figure out if that word had ed sounds. He developed the project. Developer, develops or developed. You need the grammar. One of the best restaurants is restaurant or restaurants. You need the grammar. So use grammar whenever required so that, those words which you have a doubt on, you can actually, clarify it. Much before you actually answer it. You would know, oh, this is plural, oh, this is singular, oh, this has to be verb 1, this is verb 2. Automatically you would know. I'll just show you a small instance. Let's try doing it. If you don't have a pen or book or something, pause the video, grab a pen and a book, and then start it. I want you guys to try your luck on these 6 blanks. So let's see how many of you can get 6 out of 6. I'm just playing the audio right now. Let's start.
Everywhere it's tough to raise a family these days. In the wilds of South Africa, 2 lionesses sisters are single mothers with 2 cubs each. Their mate and protector have gone, leaving them vulnerable to marauding males who will kill their cubs and claim their territory. 2 of their cubs are extraordinary. They're almost completely white, the result of an unusual genetic twist. How will this strange coloring affect their survival and the fate of their struggling family? Together they must face every danger in the African bush. To play it safe, they...
Very simple one, isn't it? So now, the very first one, what if I tell you, using grammar called transitive verb and intransitive verb. If you know this concept, you would know rise will not require an object. I rise, the sun rises. I rise. I raise my hand. This is raising something. Raising or raise requires an object. Rise doesn't require an object. Here object is there. Tough to dash a family. You want to do something to the family. Object is there. This cannot be R-I-S-E. It has to be R-A-I-S-E. Using grammar. Otherwise simply people write whatever they think is correct. So now R is there. This has to be plural noun. Sisters. Now there is there, say after there, people assume it should be plural, it can be singular. Their car, their cars. So during these cases, in such scenario, the grammar probably may not help you. What you can rely on is your ears. So let's play this and just get the answers right.
Must play it smart and it will take all the cur. Everywhere it's tough to raise a family.
Raise R-A-I-S-E.
These days. In the wilds of South Africa, 2 lionesses sisters are single
Sisters, S has to come.
mothers with 2 cubs each. Their mate and protector have gone, leaving them vulnerable to
Vulnerable, simple
who
word.
will kill their cubs and claim their territory.
Territory, not territories. Genetic twist in African bush, it's a simple one. Sorry on that, there were 6. Raise sisters. So here we applied grammar like this, subject verb agreement, article, tenses, active voice, passive voice. So many grammar shortcuts. If you know them well in advance, the chances of making mistakes will be nullified. Alright, I've made 6-hour reading fill in the blanks full course. Recently I made. The video is ranking 1. You can just type reading fill in the blanks full course. It will come. Just have a look at this. It has got everything that you need. correct? Grammar, collocations, context, vocabulary, everything. You finish that and then try to solve some. Listening from the blanks, you automatically apply them. See, knowledge on one side, implementation on the other. You pour in the knowledge, it will never go wasted. You definitely will make use of it. If not in PTE, definitely you will use in PTE. Other modules, not just in reading. If not in PTE, at least in your daily life. It will never go wasted. That's the trick number 3. Now we'll go to, so that's the trick number 2. Now we'll go to trick number 3. Alright, of all the modules, right from dictation contributes more than 40 marks, approximately 35 to 40, or if there are 4 questions, 40 plus marks towards your listening and towards your writing. This module makes a huge difference towards your scores. Add extra words without fail. It's a huge debate going on. People think I added extra words, as a result my scores came down. Nope, it doesn't mean that you added extra words because of that your scores came down. We've been trying and testing. We've tested that enough. You can definitely add extra words. It will not reduce your scores to listening or writing. If while adding, if it matches the question audio, then your marks will go up. So I'll give you a small indication on how to add. Let's play this audio.
The key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis and give way for conflict.
The key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis and give way for conflict. Little tricky one. Don't know it to write. Let's just listen to it at ease. So
the key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis and give way for conflict.
The key finding or findings, I will not pay attention to it while I listen to it for the first time. Meaning when I listen to it, I will not pay attention to this finding or findings, seem or seemed or seems. I'll just write hypothesis, singular, plural. Give way or give away, write both. Conflict or conflicts, write both. The idea is you listen to it and write as quickly as possible and add extra words. Since you have this approach called adding extra words, you can take advantage of just listening to it and start writing. You don't have to pay attention to the singular, plural, because anyhow, you're going to add singular noun, plural noun later. Finding, findings. Verb 1, verb 2, verb S. Seemed, seems, seem. In the end, I forgot to add either, either, you can add. Now to continue this approach, you can add extra spellings. There is no limit on adding extra words, but you will not have a lot of time. 3 minutes or 4 minutes will be left by the time you come to write from dictation. Per question, probably less than a minute. Within a minute, how many words can you add? You add it. Probably 5-6 words. But you can add as many as you wish, should not be an issue. Make sure you use this technique so that your listening score goes up. Alright, this was the actual answer. The key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis and give way for conflict. You can pause the video and just compare. Every word, the is there, key findings, seem. Every word is there, but we have added extra words, that's it. So when you add extra words, if it matches, you get the marks. You added this and this, but forgot to add seem, then you don't get the marks. Then that person will come and comment here, I added extra words, I did not get my desired score. Whether you add or not, you wouldn't have got a correct. People want to just put it on someone else so that they feel good. This is the feel good problem. Alright, we will move to the magic trick number 4, highlight incorrect words. This is also one of the modules in PTE Listening. Contribute some 12 to 15 marks, 10 to 12 to 15 marks, 2 or 3 questions, 12 to 15 marks towards your listening and 12 to 15 marks towards your reading, because you're listening and you're reading. 2 skills are involved. What you're going to do is listen separately, read separately. This people don't do. They're reading a paragraph, a text. What they read is whatever they listen, no, that word they read. No, don't do that. Whatever you listen is separate. Whatever you read is separate. It's just pure effort of consciousness. You be a bit conscious. It becomes very easy. I'll explain you what is this. Listen and read separately. But try to highlight. I try to know how many words were incorrect here. I'm going to play the audio. Let's start.
Being able to travel on the cheap also depends on your ability to think laterally. You could decide that you want to spend a year visiting 5 neighboring countries in the developing world. That you'll wild camp or stay in the cheapest of local hotels. That you'll bargain for food in the markets or cook basic meals for yourself. You may also decide to ban beer, bearing in mind that in many countries a beer costs the same as food for 3 meals. If your bike is in good condition, doesn't consume a lot of gas, and you are happy traveling gently, then you could have a very low-priced adventure on 2 wheels.
Let me explain. The very first one. If I don't play the audio, what happens? People read whatever is there. Being able to travel on the cheap also depends on your ability to think literally. That's what they read. But if they play the audio, how they read?
Being able to travel on the cheap also depends on your ability to think laterally.
And they end up reading laterally. So this is the very problem, because they listen to the word laterally, and that word is influencing them. Eyes will just listen to what the ear told. Ability to think laterally, and they continue because they're not even thinking much about it. This is the problem. For the solution is try to be a bit conscious. As simple as this. You listen separately. Read separately. Don't read whatever you listen. Remember, don't read whatever you listen. Don't read whatever you listen. Read whatever you see. It's right in front of your eyes. This consciousness, if you invoke, then you don't need to practice this module at all. Correct? We'll just continue since we have started this.
You could decide that you want to spend a year visiting 5 neighboring countries in the developing world. That you'll wild camp or stay in the cheapest of local hotels.
Cheapest, not cheap.
That you'll bargain for food in the markets or cook basic meals for yourself. You may also decide to ban beer, bearing in mind that in many countries a beer costs the same as food for 3 meals. If your bike is in good condition, doesn't consume a lot of gas, and you are happy traveling gently, then you could have a very low-priced adventure on 2 wheels.
So it is very easy for some people, but some are struggling. The reason is this. It will not be fixed just by practicing. It will be fixed only when you understand the real problem. The problem is, this is not conscious. You're somewhere. If you bring that consciousness by invoking the thought, okay, I should not read whatever I listen. I should not read whatever I listen. I should read whatever I see. If you bring this thought consciously into your very own mind, problem is fixed. Remember this, the real magic tricks. Alright, so the trick number 5, let's go a bit quickly. Written lecture, I've made many videos on that. I'm again telling you, if you want to improve your listening scores, then avoid using keywords, use phrases. Only for the fact that you told 1 word, 2 word, 3 word. What if this word is not clear to the software? There are high chances that your content score will go down. You use phrases. Keywords, let's say king, city, queen. Phrases, the king passed the city with the queen. The king passed the city with the queen. There's a high possibility that software understands most of the words because it's a sentence. Keywords, I'm not a fan of this. In the rarest of cases, probably it may give you marks. But in the best of the cases, most of the people who have used keywords, from my experiences, have got their listening score low. Speaking 90, and they don't mind. I mean, they mind changing it. They don't ever think that they have a problem in the written lecture. But it will not be reflecting on your listening scores, which people don't understand. This is one of the ways you can increase your listening scores just like this. Don't worry about grammar while speaking. Remember, while speaking, you don't have to make sense. Speaking is different. When you write, you may have to fix your grammar. Here, don't try to fix your grammar, because while fixing the grammar, you may end up making a lot of fumbles, hesitations. Your speaking goes low, listening also goes low. Remember this. The similar thing, trick number 6 for summarize, spoken text. Use phrases instead of keywords. If I use a template which has a sentence to be written, I will definitely make grammatical mistakes. Then don't dream of getting 90. You don't want to put that effort, but you are dreaming of 90. How is it possible, man? Correct? Work towards it. Correct? So if you use only keywords, it is not giving any meaning at all. Not exactly the meaning, the sentences will be grammatically wrong. You just put 1 word, comma, 1 word, comma, 1 word, comma. No, I don't think that will give you marks ever. It's important to use the technique of written lecture over here as well. Listen for 5 seconds, write for 5 seconds. Listen for 5 seconds, write for 5 seconds. This you need to repeat 4 to 5 times. As a result, you will have 3 or 4 or 5 phrases. Use a template of mine or anybody's template. fit them into the template with the perfect grammar. Here you need to learn the grammar. See, summarize spoken text, probably 5 to 6 marks you can get from this module. You make mistakes, you end up getting 0. So many spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes. You write correctly, you end up getting 6 out of 6. Basic English is enough. Try doing it. This is where people actually go wrong, though it contributes less number of marks. This actually makes a huge difference. The 6 marks less. Write from dictation is very difficult. Listening fill in the blank is very difficult. Repeat sentence is very difficult. All these modules, in all these modules, you're prone to making mistakes. Summarize spoken text, also you make mistakes, again -6. Correct? Understand this importance of summarized spoken text, using phrases instead of keywords, learning the grammar and the spelling. Magic trick number 7, skip this. So very good news, isn't it? Skip, choose single answer listening, choose multiple answer listening, select missing words listening, highlight correct summary listening. All these don't give marks. If you don't skip, see, meaning skip in the sense, when the audio plays, the next button will not be activated. So you cannot possibly go to the next question. Listen to it, try doing it. Once the audio ends, if you know the answer, select that answer. If you don't know the answer, don't spare extra 20 seconds and try to understand, is this or this, A or B? No. Select one and move on immediately. Because if you don't do this, thinking, oh, all this will give me some 8 to 10 marks, I may lose it. No. If you think that way and you keep spending a lot of time on this, by the time you reach right from dictation, timer goes off. 3 to 4 questions are left. As a result, you miss some 40 plus marks to listening, 40 plus marks to writing. You end up getting 40 overall. Remember this, don't make this costly errors by listening to someone who thinks that all this will give marks. Nope. We have tested this. We've skipped. Every student of mine will skip this who is a part of the course. I believe who is watching the YouTube as well will do the same, so that you get enough time to spend on other important things. Magic trick number 8, answer short question. Don't worry, please don't pay someone for the repeated prediction answer short questions. In our course we tell them, skip this module. You know the answer, you tell the answer. Well and good. What comes after Monday? Tuesday. You don't know the answer, repeat the questions. What comes after Monday? You forgot the question, say thank you. Or you don't want to say anything, you click next. We have tried and tested this by skipping all the questions of answer short question. People have got 90 speaking, 90 listening. This is a listening skill, so it contributes marks to listening as per Pearson, but we tried and tested it. It did not give any marks, so don't have to much worry about answer short question. Alright, so magic trick number 9, this is the most important trick that everyone needs to understand and implement. Right from dictation, I practice a lot. More than 5 or 6 words I'm not able to capture. Don't memorize. If I play the audio in Hindi or your native language, 20 word audio, I bet my life you write all 20 words correctly. The problem is I play in English, your problem starts. Then what to work on English? Which skill? Listening skill. You listen, you're not understanding. Means the moment you listen, you should send it to the brain for processing it. That is not happening. I send it to the brain to just read and memorize. If I speak in my own language, you may not know the language. If I speak 3 words, you will speak the 3 words back. If I say 8 words, you cannot. Because memory is limited. 3-4 words you can remember. Same way it's happening here. You memorize thinking that at least 4-5 words let me write. It will never go beyond 4-5 words. Waste of time. Divide and conquer. A big army is there. You cannot capture the entire army at once. Let me attack from this direction. Some troops I'll send. Let me attack some other troop over here. Let me attack some other troops over here. I divide them. Conquer them. That's exactly what you should do. Understand the phrases. Every sentence will have a phrase.
The key findings seem to contradict
The key findings
seem to contradict
what?
our initial hypothesis and
Our initial hypothesis.
give way for conflict.
And give way for conflict. Our key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis and give way for conflict. Understand, our key findings, they found something. Our key findings, whatever we have found, it's going against whatever we thought before, our initial hypothesis, and this is giving way for conflict. There are 4 phrases. I want to drink water. I want to drink water. You understood them by dividing into phrases. All I'm telling you is apply things naturally. You don't have to put that effort. Just be natural, man. I'm talking to your understanding. How? The science behind understanding is all about dividing them into phrases. Do that here, man. Think of it as a real life scenario. So this way you understand the phrases 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it right. You don't divide them into phrases. The key findings contradict, hypothesis, conflict, 5, 6 words. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 words are there. At least you should get 12 out of 14 if you want 79. You cannot get 5 or 6 and think you will get 79. Remember, all these are very, very important ones. So let's quickly move on to the magic trick number 10. Like I already told, listening fill in the blank makes a huge difference in your scores. Like I already hinted, essay you make some mistakes. Out of 15, you still end up getting 10 or 11. Listening fill in the blank, let's say there are 3 questions. You make mistakes in spelling, you may end up getting 0. So now why listening fill in the blanks makes a huge impact? Right from dictation will not be that easy. See, if you want 90, 79 plus unit, let's say, to get that 20 marks, correct? 11 mistakes on an average you can do, correct? Right from dictation, 5 to 6, 100%. Not everybody, I'm talking about those who are struggling. Here, 5 to 6 you are making. Then summarize spoken text, some grammatical mistakes, 1 or 2 marks. Repeat sentence, 1 repeat sentence completely gone case. No, probably 2, 3 marks gone. So if you just subtract this 3 plus 2, 5 plus 5, 10 to 11 marks gone here only. So what I am trying to tell you is, out of 90 you are already at 79 because of these difficult modules. Listening fill in the blank is never an easy module, but yes, it is a difficult module. But here there is a pause. This is like mathematics. Summarize spoken text, repeat sentence. They are like literature, English. In English, at least my teacher never used to give 100 out of 100. 85, 88 is the highest probably. But in mathematics, I always used to score 100. Listening fill in the blanks is like mathematics. You write that word, you get the marks. So here, grab that 15 out of 15. You still possess that quality, that ability to get that 79. So small things like this actually trickle your scores completely down. One of the things is listening fill in the blank. Like I told you, it's a simple module. You write the correct spelling, you get the marks. So focus on these things. If there are 15 marks, you cannot get 6 or 7 here. 79 is impossible. 65 is also impossible. Probably need to get 13 or 14. 1 mistake or max 2 mistakes. Right from dictation, 4 questions, let's say 40. You have to get minimum 36. If you're well within this range, then make some mistakes in repeat sentence, retell lecture, summarize spoken text. Still, you hold that ability to get that 79. Hope you're getting it. I just thought I'll tell you this logic, the math, so that you understand the importance of these small modules. I think that's all for today. I really hope have done justice to the time that you have spent on this video. If you believe the same, then do leave your comment in the comment section, like, share and subscribe. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.